So this is the weekly update for the 19th of February 2021, week 30. The overarching theme for this week was sideways is a direction too. So most people think about markets as going up or down and fail to remember that a lot of the time sideways is the name of the game. So this week the S&P 500 was down about 70 basis points, and myself I was down about I think 3 basis points. So in total, $14 down this week compared to the value last week. So the net profit after this week is $6,357.61 on a total amount traded of 175,333. Average basis points per closed trade is 79. Average day holding 14 and a half. And the percent return, which is derived from the net profit divided by the total amount traded, 3.63%. Operation Archangel started 30 weeks ago with a budget of $19,673.20. And the value as of today is $26,025.93, reflecting growth of 32.29%. The winning trade results are 287 winning trades out of 350 for a percentage of 82%, a win percentage of 82%. Average win per winning trade of $31.56, and total profit on the winning trades of $9,058.90. On the losing side, I've had 63 losing trades out of 350 for a losing percentage of 18%. Average losing trade amount of $42.88. And total losses of $2,701.29. Now, if you divide the total profit by the total losses, that gives you the profit factor, which is 3.35 to 1. And for this week specifically, there were a few concentrated trades, which is atypical for my normal trading style. So I had a lot of idle cash waiting for my next intelligence list mass purchase. So I made concentrated trades into TXG and APPM, and both of those basically went sideways. I made a total of $4.61 on $2,800 invested on APPN, and on TXG $2,600 and a net loss of $27.07. So one of the two losing trades for the week. Had Palantir go against me. Somehow I had my information incorrect. So on Tuesday, market open, Palantir was announcing earnings, and normally I would have had closed that position prior to earnings announcement, especially in the case of Palantir, because as a new issue, there isn't really a background to go on as to how the market typically reacts to their earnings. And they ended up going down about 10% on the open. So I was able to still get out at $29.93, but I don't think the stock has gotten back to that price in the last week. So I basically high-ticked it for the week. I'm getting out of Palantir. Had a number of other things go over earnings this week, and variously. So Sleep Number, I actually held over earnings and made a hit target there at 135.24 after hours. And by the next day, selling the last portion of that holding, I got out at 125.74. So I got lucky there in the after hours trade. Twilio, I actually had a normal size position that I closed prior to earnings, and then a day before, the Twilio actually went down a good bit intraday. They were down like 4%. So I made a concentrated trade into Twilio and got out later in the day. Total profit there of $31.09. Now the two biggest trades I made this week were both on Friday, and that was in TQQQ, which is the triple leveraged NASDAQ 100 ETF. So Friday was options expiration, and I have noticed a pattern over the last few options expiration dates that the market opens high and goes lower throughout the day, maybe having a few comeback rallies throughout the day, but ultimately ending lower. So in the case of TQQQ, I first attempted to go in at 104.37, and my target there was 105.50. Turns out that there was some pretty heavy resistance at the 105.20s. So the first time I was in there, it got up to almost 105.30. And while I was considering getting out there, it reversed on me, and I was waiting to see if it was going to go and start moving back upwards, and it did not. So I got out right at 104.96. And about an hour later, there was another rally that came out. So I got back in at 104.31. And again, I was trying to target the 104.50 range. But what I did is I kept following the rally up. So I kept moving my limit sell order up 10 cents every time it got within 5 cents of where I was at. And so I got up to 105.25, and the market ticked over me before I could adjust my my sell limit up, which turned out to be pretty fortunate because I do believe it got up to about 105.30 and petered out there and ended up lower than that. So in both cases, I made pretty decent amounts on a lot traded. So both of those were concentrated trades of about $12,000. On the first one, I made $67.80, and the second one, $107.10. So ultimately, what those two trades did is made a week's worth of a 30 basis points per day on that $12,000 that otherwise I didn't make. The concentrated bets that I had made on APPN and TXG didn't work out, and Twillo just basically covered the loss on TXG. So ultimately, those two trades were a good portion of the profit that I made on Friday. And for the week, it ensured that I only ended up down $14 for the week, even though the market itself trended down. So it was a pretty good week, for a sideways week, especially. Now I want to show the results thus far on Collective 2. So Operation Archangel and Collective 2, so far there have been 66 trades, 50 of which are showing as profitable for a profit factor of 4.2. It's as of today, the strategy is only 32 days old, so I have not yet gotten a Sharpe ratio or Sortino ratio, beta, or alpha. So hopefully by next week's update, I'll have those numbers in there. But profit factor and winning percentage continue to be very good on the publicly available numbers from Collective 2. And I expect that over time that these numbers will get closer to one another. So I expect the win rate here to continue to go up and the profit factor here to continue to go up if everything goes according to plan. Now, being at 32 days, I am at beating the S&P 500 since I've started on Collective 2 at 0.63%, so 63 basis points. I need to be at 100 basis points to achieve C2 star certification, which is pretty prestigious. So maybe after another week like this week, I'll be there, and that's ultimately the goal. Now, I'm doing this video today when I normally would send out this email to my subscribers first, and I'm going to see if reversing it actually works out better. So this is the email that I send out to my subscribers on a weekly basis, including the results of the weekly trades and the live portfolio. So subscribers to my strategy via Collective 2 or via my gig on Fiverr will have access to my live portfolio as well as plans for the upcoming week. And subscribers to Collective 2 will also get my trades in real time so that they can follow those either manually in their own brokerage account, or they can set up a automated following subscription so that all my trades would automatically get replicated in their trading account. So that's where we're at after week 30. Next week, looking ahead, I really don't have an idea of which way the market direction is going to go. We still remain near all-time highs, so another sideways week would not be a surprise. Also, it is entirely possible that next week sees some downward momentum. Hopefully, if that is the case, then I can make my next intelligence list buy a profitable one out of the gate, because one of the things that can go wrong with an intelligence list buy, um, I buy an intelligence list, it comes with 20 picks, and if the market is booming when when I get the list and then turns downwards, I could be getting in high, and that could temporarily skew my numbers. So the last list buy, that's actually what happened. So, and that was in the last 2 weeks of January. So you see here my results with Operation Archangel on Collective 2 that resulted in me being down 2.4% at the end of February. And since having come back, um, so I'm going to try to time my list buy next week pretty strategically. Uh, Oftentimes, I will get the list at the close of trading on Friday, but I really wanted to give the list time to populate. So looking at maybe doing it on Monday after the close or Tuesday after the close, depending on market direction. But that's where we're at. I do encourage you to, if you have any questions, you can leave a comment on this YouTube video. Um, and if you would like to subscribe to my Fiverr gig or my strategy via Collective 2, the links are in the description of this video. Thank you and have a great day.